What's up, everyone? This is 20 Basic Tricks of Skateboarding presented by Blind Skateboards. I'm your resident pro, James Craig. I'll be giving you a couple of tips on these 20 tricks that help you start skateboarding. Let's do this. Alright, the first trick we're going to work on is the Nollie. The way you do this trick is you're going to put your front foot on the nose and you're going to put your back foot somewhere between the middle of the board and your back bolts. You're going to push down on your front foot and smack the board. The tail's going to rise up and you're going to want to try to level it out by sliding your back foot back to the tail. You're going to want to suck up your knees, let the board level out, land on the bolts, ride away smooth. The next trick we're going to do is frontside 180 ollies. The way you're going to do a frontside 180 ollie is set up like a regular ollie. You're going to pop the tail, and as you lift up in the air, you're going to spin your shoulders front side. You're going to want to try to get 90 degrees at the height of the 180. Spinning your rotation all the way to 180. Keep your feet over the bolts, land, and ride away smooth. Backside 180 ollies are very similar to frontside 180s. You're just going in a different direction. So you're going to want to pop the tail and spin your shoulders backside, trying to get 90 degrees at the height of your 180. You're going to want to spin your shoulders backside and keep rotating and look down at the board. A little trick for backside 180s, continue rotating your shoulders after all wheels have hit the ground to help yourself ride away smooth. Now we're going to work on pop shove it's. This trick you're going to set up like a standard ollie. You're going to smack the tail and spin the board a backside 180. Your body's going to stay straight. What's going to help you do this is smacking the tail hard and scooping a little with your back foot. As the board comes up to your feet, let your front foot hang out and catch it. Let your back foot drop onto the board after this and land and ride away. Next up, we got frontside pop shove it's. This trick, you're going to want to position your foot much like a frontside 180, but you're going to want to hang your toes off just a little bit. When you pop the board, you're going to want to pop and you're going to want to scoop out and push your back foot in front of you. This will help the board to rotate 180 degrees as the tail spins behind you. What you're going to do is the same thing as a pop shove it, and you're going to dangle your front foot out to catch it, and as you catch it, you're going to let your back foot get back onto the board, onto the bolts, and ride away. Next up is Fakie Ollies. This one's pretty easy, guys. You're going to want to ride your board backwards using your tail. Set your feet up with your front foot behind your front bolts and your back foot on the tail. You're going to smack down on your back foot. The front will start to come up pretty quick. You're going to want to slide your front foot to the nose, leveling out your board. Your tail should come up, so bend your back foot up. Both knees should be bent at this time, staying over your board. Then you're going to come down, absorb the impact, and ride away. Now that you got the Fakie Ollie, let's do half cabs. A half cab is a Fakie Ollie with a 180. Alright, for a half cab, you're going to want to roll Fakie and pop like a Fakie Ollie. You're going to want to turn backside 180 degrees. So when you pop, you're going to turn and get 90 degrees at your maximum peak, continuing the rotation of your shoulders all the way through until you hit the ground. Now you'll be 180 and you'll be riding away. Now we're going to do frontside. To do the frontside 180 half cab ollie, you're going to want to ride backwards. You're going to want to Fakie Ollie, but this time you're going to want to turn frontside. Snap down on the tail, looking over your lead shoulder, suck up your feet, and get to the 90-degree position at your peak height. Keep looking over your shoulder, continuing the rotation all the way through to the end. This will get you all the way 180 most of the time. And then you're going to want to ride away clean. Alright, those were the simple ones. Now we're going to start flipping our board. Next up, we got kickflips. One of the things that helps me with kickflips is to square my shoulders with the board and make sure they're parallel. You're going to put your feet a little bit off the board, hanging your heel off, so that you can get the proper flick with your toe. Pop your tail, and much like an ollie, you're going to slide your foot up to the nose. But when you get there, you're going to want to flick hard off to the side. This will help the board to start to flip. You're going to want to bring your foot back to catch it after the full rotation. When you see the grip tape, get your feet back on the board. Your front foot should come back slowly, and your back foot should be already dangling in place. Catch the board, set her down, bend your knees if you need, and ride away clean. The next one's a heel flip. What you're going to do is set up with your feet behind the bolts with your toe off of the side of the board. You're going to pop like a regular ollie. When you pop your board and slide your foot up to the nose, you're going to want to flick your heel off with the opposite rotation of a kickflip. And when you do this, you're going to want to leave your foot out there a little bit longer than a kickflip. It's going to take a little longer to rotate on this one. When you see the grip tape, get your foot back there, catch it, and set her down. Next up, we're going to learn manuals. A manual is when you ollie onto an obstacle, landing on both of your back wheels and not hitting your tail or your front wheels. This takes a little bit of balance and practice, so don't get frustrated. Something that will help you is to ride and not ollie and just manual to practice your balance. And then you could ollie up and do it onto obstacles. Now we got nose manuals. This is the same as a manual. You're just going to ride on the two wheels in the front of your board. You might want to ride on flat and practice your nose wheelies just to get your balance. For this one, you ollie up, shifting your weight onto the nose, keeping your balance without hitting your nose or your back wheels. A tip for nose manuals is when you're in the manual, look down at your front foot and keep your arms out. This will help to keep your balance. When you're coming to the end of the nose manual, you're going to want to put a little pressure on the nose and nudge forward similar to a nollie, so that you won't hit your wheels or tail on the end of the obstacle. Here we got board slides. You're going to want to approach the obstacle backside. When you're rolling out the obstacle, a board slide is when you ollie and slide in the middle of your board. So it's a little easier to do because you don't have to ollie all the way up. When you do a board slide, you're going to ollie up and turn 90 degrees. You're going to put the middle of your board onto the obstacle. You're going to try to keep your weight balanced by putting your front foot over the front bolts and your back foot over the tail. When you're sliding, get ready to come off. When you see the end, you're going to want to turn your shoulders backside as if you were doing a half cab. Continue the 90 degrees and roll away smooth. Now we got frontside board slides. You're going to want to approach the obstacle with it in front of you. This one's a little easier because you can keep your eye on the obstacle. When you pop up, look at where you're going to aim in the middle of your board, turn backside 90 degrees, getting on the obstacle and sliding in the middle of the board. Keep your feet and your weight evenly distributed. A good trick for coming off frontside board slides is when you're in the frontside board slide, keep your shoulders parallel to the rail and look forward as much as you can. Keeping your shoulders like this will help you come off easier. You'll pop off and roll away. Now we're going to do frontside 50-50s. You're going to want to approach an obstacle with a comfortable speed. Now a trick for 50-50s is you're going to want to look at where you're aiming, and your front foot is going to guide you at where you're going. So you're going to want to aim to where your front foot is going to go. Or you're going to snap the tail, and you're going to want to try to level the board out. You keep the board as parallel to the ledge as you can, putting both trucks on with even pressure. And when you're going to come off, keep your weight towards the back so it's easier to ollie off the ledge. You're going to want to ollie, pop off. Next up, we got backside 50-50s. For backside 50-50s, the obstacle will be behind you. On backside 50-50s, it's kind of hard to see where you're going to land. so you're going to want to use your front foot to guide you. You're going to have to look a bit over your shoulder. You're going to want to approach with comfortable speed, ollie up, snap the tail, and get on the ledge with a little bit of your weight back. You're going to want to pop off and ride away clean. Next up, we got frontside 5-0s. A 5-0 grind is when you grind with just your back truck. So to do a frontside 5-0, you're going to roll up to the obstacle with it in front of you. Ollie and level it out, keeping most of your weight towards the tail. Because when we get on, you're going to need to keep all your weight back so that you 5-0 grind. And you grind only on the back truck. So this takes a bit of balance. Keep your weight back, and this will help you out a little bit. Grind for as long as you can, and use your weight to nudge yourself off. Next up, we got backside 5-0. This one, you're going to want to roll with the obstacle behind you. Keep your distance a little bit because you're going to need a little time to get up. So when you ollie up, keep your weight back, and when you land, you're going to try to balance as if you were in a manual. This will help you to grind a little bit smoother. As you're 5-0ing, you're going to want to get ready to hop yourself off. So ollie off a little bit and nudge off the ledge and ride away clean. Next up, we got Noseslides. This one you're going to approach much like a board slide. When you ollie, you're going to aim most of your weight towards your nose and land on the side of the obstacle with just your nose, putting all of your weight onto your front foot. Keep your weight on the front foot to help you slide. When getting ready to come off, bend your knees and nollie out, turning 90 degrees off the ledge. A little trick for this is when you're coming towards the end of the obstacle, start to shift the weight onto your back foot so it's a little easier for you to come off. Now we got frontside tailslides. The way you approach this trick is much like a 50-50. When you ollie, you're going to want to ollie a little bit higher on this one. You're going to turn frontside 90, and we're going to land on the tail on the edge of the obstacle, putting all of your weight on the back foot. Keep yourself balanced over the edge and slide as far as you can. And when you're sliding on frontside tail slides, when you're getting ready to come off, start to shift your weight towards the front so that you'll land evenly and ride away clean.